How's it everyone, this is Lolcohol, and in today's video we're going to be crafting a pair of spark gloves. These are a very cool craft. Again, thank you to Pimmelborgen for the currency to do these crafts. The modifiers we're looking for: Socketed gems are supported by level X faster projectiles, unveiled +2 level of socketed projectile gems, then a bench mod as the third prefix. As for our suffixes, we have socketed gems have plus 3.5% base crit, which we get from Essence of Horror. Socketed spells have crit multi, and socketed gems are supported by level 18, well, level X faster casting. In order to get these mods, we're going to be using Shaper and Elder Influence. So first things first, we're going to awaken this onto that. The mods do not matter. Here we go. We have Shaper, we have Elder. And now what we need to do is we're going to use an Essence of Horror until we get either faster casting or the spell crit multi-mod. So we can do multiplier and we can do faster casting like that. This will highlight. So in order to hit tier 1, it's a 1 in 53 to hit either of these. Then for tier 2, it's a 1 in 27. And for tier 1, it's a 1 in 18. So here we go. We have tier 1 faster casting. This is okay. Now, we also have this trap in mind damage. We're going to need an open prefix if we want to get the other modifier we want, which in this case is crit multi, or spell crit multi. So what we can do, we can either go for a null or we can use an orb of dominance. It's going to remove one of these mods and increase the tier of the other. And that's really cool. It upgraded the tier of faster casting. Now how do we get the crit multi? So what we need to do is we're going to, suffixes cannot be changed, and we're going to Reforge Crit. And now it's a 50-50 to hit spell crit. We could also hit attack crit. Just a super quick Lolcohol interjection here. When I'm at this stage in the craft, I'm actually making a mistake. Thank you to PTK for pointing this out. If you have faster casting and this essence mod, I shouldn't be reforging crit, because that gives us a 50-50 between hitting attack crit and spell crit. There are 3 different caster tag mods. There's this attack and cast speed, there is the faster casting, and there is this socketed spell crit multi. These all have the caster tag. However, this mod, socketed gems are supported by level X faster casting, actually blocks this modifier. So we can't have both of these on the item at the same time, which means if we go over to the emulator, if we reforge caster, we are always going to get socketed spells have crit multi every single time. So later in this video, I'm probably going to make this mistake again, but just if you do this craft yourself, if you have faster casting and this reforge caster, don't reforge crit, as you can see every single time. Thank you, PTK. Anyway, back to the video. Also, suffix cannot be changed, doesn't prevent us from adding new mods. So we're going to do this and we hit tier 1 spell crit. Oh, okay. Well, this is going very smoothly. Now, the next step is we are going to get the faster projectiles. Now, we can guarantee this mod. The way we do it is we're going to lock suffixes and we're going to reforge speed. This 100% guarantees the faster casting, the faster projectiles mod, which we have got, but our prefixes have filled, which is really fun. So, jeez. Prefixes, Reforge, keep suffixes, please, GG, add to the game. So now we have 2 options. Option 1, we go for the annul. It's a 50-50 to remove one of these mods. Option 2, slightly more risky. We could go for an Orb of Dominance, but then it's only a 33% chance of success. Please. Oh, for God's sake. Now what we need to do is... oh my goodness. Well, that was going too smoothly. Damn it. Faster casting. There is another way you can do this with glyphic fossils. I believe that method is more expensive currently with the price of glyphic fossils, and also It's a better way to get a decent pair of gloves, but it's less controlled. You have less of a chance to get elevated mods and tier 1, but oh man, that really hurt. Ooh, okay, we got the multi. Again, what we can do here is try and elevate it. We have failed. That's okay. Just keep going. So if you saw my previous video, this is going to be a fairly similar process where we use Orbs of Dominance to kind of annul in a way. Oh no, that's attack multi. Was the other one we hit spell multi? It was spell multi, yeah. Each of these stacks of Essence of Horror, it's 9 for a divine. So on the left of my stash, it's about 25 divines worth of Essence of Horror. Feel like we're getting quite unlucky. Okay, now we have to go for an annul. So we have this fire res mod, we have to annul it, which we have failed to do. We keep going. We don't give up. Okay, faster casting, slow projectiles. This, if we can annul off the fire res, and then tier 3 faster casting is so gross. Let's try elevate it. Okay, we failed, that's all right. We could try and exalt slam it. I mean, this is ridiculous, but this is very silly. There's no way we hit it. But let's try slam it on. Oh, blind. Dexterity. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, we hit spell crit. Ugh. With so many other trash mods. We can try elevate it. Wow. Unfortunate. The start was going so well. Are we gonna have to buy more essences? I feel like we are not beating the odds. After an amazing start, faster casting, but again, we gotta go for the annul, which we have done. Do we stick with tier 3? I kind of hate it, but let's stick with it. We do have to dodge a few more things. So now what we're gonna do is Reforge Crit, because we have faster casting. Again, 50-50. We hit socketed attacks, so that's not good. However, we can try and Orb of Dominance it up. However, our prefixes, man, our prefixes. Yeah, actually, before we go for that, let's try and annul off a prefix. Oh no. So it wouldn't have helped there if we had first elevated and then gone for the annul. Our odds were actually a bit better by first annulling. I think we are going to have to go buy some more Essence of Horror. Wow. There's our faster... Ooh. Okay. With 1 to spare, we have hit the modifiers we need. So we have tier 3 faster casting, which I don't love, but let's stick with it. Let's stick with it. So we're gonna go suffix cannot be changed. And we're going to go Reforge Speed. Come on, tier 1. Aha. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, next step. What do we need to do? We need to go for an Ashling. Ashling is going to remove one of our prefixes, either suffix cannot be changed or faster projectiles, and then give us a veiled modifier. So let's find ourselves an Ashling. We have succeeded. Brilliant. Thank you. All right. Now, as always, before we go for the Unveil, what we need to do is see which modifier is best to block. So in order to do that, we're going to whip up Craft of Exile, which you can see over here. And these are all the potential unveils we have and the weight, as in the chance to unveil it. So if we look here, we can see these mods we do not want. The Fizz converted to Cold Fire Lightning and they have the highest weight, which means the highest chance to unveil. You can also look at the percentage over here. So by crafting on one of these, it increases our chance to unveil what we do want, which is this, +2 level of socketed projectile gems. So head over to our bench. We're going to craft on converted. Crafting on one of these does not block the rest of them, but it does block out 2000 weight. So let's see. Please give us a +2 proj. We have failed. So like I said, also blocking the one fizz conversion doesn't block the other. If you wanted to go for a more budget version, you could bench on life, something like this, and then over at your crafting bench, go for projectile gems like this and say, all right, we're done. That's pretty cool. But I don't think we want to settle for this. So now, what do? 2 options. First option is the smart option, which is lock suffixes, Reforge caster, or lock suffixes, and then try and save our projectile. So this is going to annul one of our prefixes. It can either remove suffixes cannot be changed, or the spell crit, or the faster projectiles, or the life. And it has done that, which is lovely. Just what we want. So now we're going to go Reforge speed again. Suffix cannot be changed. Reforge speed. Tier 3 faster projectiles. So there are only 3 tiers of it. So I feel like if we want a higher tier, we can do it again. So suffix cannot be changed. Whoa. Reforge speed. Again, tier 3. Now, if you are going for like quad or triple double elevated or whatever, at this point you can go for an Orb of Dominance, but let's give it another 2 hits. Let's just see if we can at least get like tier 2 on that speed. So Reforge speed and tier 2. However, we do have that energy shield, which we do not want. Again, options, we have them. We can go for the Orb of Dominance, we can try and save it, or we can go for another Reforge speed. What we can do is attempt to annul it off, I think. Let's just go for another Reforge speed and hope we don't fill. Just really hope we don't fill. Reforge speed, please. Okay, tier 2, clean. All right, I say we stick with that, and we're gonna go for another Ashling. All right, we've succeeded. Thanks. So what we're gonna do, again, we're gonna block any of the physical conversions, and we're gonna go to Ashling. Jun, sorry. Okay, give us the proj. Yes, we have done it. Hooray. And now the final modifier we want to do is, I believe, damage during flask effect. At least this is what I saw. And here are our gloves. Well under budget. We still have many divines, which we can use to do another crafting project. Let's give this guy a price check and see what he is worth. So, +2 proj, we have crit, we have spell crit, and we have faster casting, and we have faster proj. Let's see, we have 8. These seem really overpriced. Let's look at the trade site. So this has 20. Okay, this one is full tier 1. So that makes sense that it's 175. Here is 210. This has elevated crit multi, tier 1 faster proj, tier 2 faster casting. Let's see. So this one's double elevated. It has double tier 0 and then a tier 2. This one also has at least 1 elevated mod, 400. Well, this seems like a pretty good profit craft. And down here we have the TFT one, which is triple elevated and tier 1. Wow. And wow. I wonder if the Hinakora's locked this because it has no benched modifiers. It has slower proj, faster casting, the essence mod, then wow, these are unreal. Okay, well, I think if we lower the tier of some of these, let's just put it at 30. We can see maybe a slightly lower tier one. Let's see if we had just hit this. faster casting 16. So this is on the low end. It costs 5 divines. So yeah, these get mega expensive. Once you get that unveiled modifier, it seems to absolutely skyrocket the price. If you just get this at +2, suddenly it goes from like 5 divines to 45, 175 divines. So I would probably price ours at about, this is 45 divines, fairly similar to ours. 4 days ago, ours are slightly better than this. So we could probably list these for about 60 or so, and they should sell pretty well. So 60, maybe a bit more. This might be a decent profit craft. I know our friend PTK made a whole lot of these and made a ton of currency until he ran into some bad luck and lost about 500 divines. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord. You can give some input on what kind of crafts we do next. I still have about 80 divines from Pimmelbogen, and there's still some items we can sell. So join the Discord, give some suggestions of things we can craft. That's going to be it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay safe. Catch you in the next video, and goodbye.